Welcome to the history quiz. Do you know these 20 answers? Let's get started. Who was the first president of the United States? George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Abraham Lincoln, or John Adams? George Washington. Which empire was ruled by Julius Caesar? Byzantine Empire, Roman Empire, Ottoman Empire, or Persian Empire? Roman Empire. In which year did World War II end? 1939, 1942, 1945, or 1948? 1945. The Magna Carta was signed in which year? 1066, 1215, 1492, or 1776? 1215. Who was the British Prime Minister during most of World War II? Neville Chamberlain, Winston Churchill, Margaret Thatcher, or Tony Blair? Winston Churchill. Which ancient civilization built the pyramids? Greeks, Romans, Egyptians, or Mayans? Egyptians. The French Revolution began in which year? 1789, 1804, 1815, or 1917? 1789. Who was known as the Iron Lady? Angela Merkel, Indira Gandhi, Golda Meir, or Margaret Thatcher? Margaret Thatcher. The Vietnam War primarily took place during which decades? 1920s and 1930s, 1940s and 1950s, 1960s and 1970s, or 1980s and 1990s? 1960s and 1970s. Who discovered America in 1492? Ferdinand Magellan, Christopher Columbus, Vasco da Gama, or Leif Erikson? Christopher Columbus. Which battle marked the end of Napoleon's reign? Battle of Trafalgar, Battle of Leipzig, Battle of Austerlitz, or Battle of Waterloo? Battle of Waterloo. The Berlin Wall was built in which year? 1949, 1955, 1961, or 1972? 1961. Which treaty ended World War I? Treaty of Versailles, Treaty of Paris, Treaty of Ghent, or Treaty of Vienna? Treaty of Versailles. Who was the first female Prime Minister of the United Kingdom? Theresa May, Indira Gandhi, Margaret Thatcher, or Elizabeth II? Margaret Thatcher. What was the name of the ship that carried the Pilgrims to America in 1620? Santa Maria, Mayflower, Nina, or HMS Beagle? Mayflower. Who was the leader of the Soviet Union during the Cuban Missile Crisis? Nikita Khrushchev, Joseph Stalin, Leonid Brezhnev, or Mikhail Gorbachev? Nikita Khrushchev. Which U.S. president issued the Emancipation Proclamation? George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, Franklin D. Roosevelt, or John F. Kennedy? Abraham Lincoln. Which famous English king had 6 wives? Henry VII, Richard III, Edward I, or Henry VIII? Henry VIII. In which year did India gain independence from British rule? 1942, 1945, 1947, or 1950? 1947. Which ancient civilization is credited with building Machu Picchu? Aztecs, Mayans, Incas, or Egyptians? Incas. How many questions did you know? Write it in the comments.